10 acts of obstruction. Act 1. President Trump asked the FBI director to shut down the investigation into National Security Advisor Michael Flynn.
Act 2. President Trump said he fired FBI Director Comey because of the Russia investigation.
Act 3. President Trump ordered White House counsel Don McGahn to fire Robert Mueller.
Act 4. President Trump attempted to curtail the special counsel investigation.
Act 5. President Trump prevented the public disclosure of evidence.
Act 6. President Trump wanted Attorney General Sessions to unrecuse from the Russia investigation.
Act 7. President Trump directed White House counsel Don McGahn to create false documents that covered up the truth from investigators.
Act 8. President Trump tried to discourage campaign chairman Paul Manafort and National Security Advisor Michael Flynn from cooperating with the Mueller investigation.
Act 9. President Trump encouraged his personal lawyer, Michael Cohen, to lie about Trump Tower Moscow.
Act 10. President Trump tried to get Michael Cohen not to cooperate with the investigation.
10 acts of obstruction. Some people came to a different conclusion, like Attorney General Bill Barr.
The president took no act that, in fact, deprived the special counsel of the documents and witnesses necessary to complete his investigation. Apart from whether the acts were obstructive, this evidence of non-corrupt motives weighs heavily against any allegation that the president had a corrupt intent to obstruct the investigation.
Some people jumped on the fact that Mueller did not say that Trump was guilty. Let's look at exactly what he actually said. On May 29th, for the very first time, Robert Mueller spoke directly to the press.
The order appointing me special counsel authorized me to investigate actions that could obstruct the investigation. We conducted that investigation, and we kept the Office of the Acting Attorney General apprised of the progress of our work. As set forth in our report, after that investigation, if we had confidence that the President clearly did not commit a crime, we would have said that.
If we had confidence that the President clearly did not commit a crime, we would have said that. They did not have confidence. He was innocent.
But if they thought he was guilty and had committed any one or all 10 acts of obstruction, why didn't they charge him?
As if anticipating that very question, Mueller told the press in his statement,
under long-standing department policy, a president cannot be charged with a federal crime while he is in office. That is unconstitutional. Even if the charge is kept under seal and hidden from public view, that too is prohibited. The special counsel's office is part of the Department of Justice, and by regulation, it was bound by that department policy. Charging the president with a crime was therefore not an option we could consider.
if he wanted to charge the president, he couldn't. Mueller's hands were tied by regulation.
The department's written opinion explaining the policy against charging a president makes several important points that further informed our handling of the obstruction investigation. Those points are summarized in our report. I will describe two of them. First, the opinion explicitly permits the investigation of a sitting president because it is important to preserve evidence while memories are fresh and documents are available. Among other things, that evidence could be used if there were co-conspirators who could now be charged. And second, the opinion says that the Constitution requires a process other than the criminal justice system to formally accuse a sitting president of wrongdoing.
Fortunately, the Constitution provides for just such a situation.
Impeachment is the only constitutional process by which Congress can bring charges.
Treason, bribery, or other high crimes or misdemeanors.
Against a president, a vice president, and all civil officers of the United States.
It is a charging process, like an indictment in criminal law.
And as in the criminal justice system, it does not presume guilt.
Impeachment is a search for the truth.
If, after a thorough investigation of the facts, a federal official is impeached by a majority vote of the House of Representatives,
he or she stands trial in the Senate, presided over by the Chief Justice of the United States.
The presumption of innocence still remains.
In our country's history, no president has ever been convicted by the Senate.
Only 2 presidents have ever been impeached and gone to trial: Andrew Johnson and Bill Clinton, both who were later acquitted by the Senate.
Richard Nixon resigned from office rather than face almost certain conviction from 3 articles of impeachment passed by the House Judiciary Committee.
The charges were abuse of power, contempt of Congress, and
obstruction of justice.
Our forefathers fought a bloody war against a tyrannical king. When they framed the Constitution, they did so fully aware of the potential dangers of a powerful executive. What do you do when the individual who's responsible for administering the law, the president, is himself a lawbreaker? The framers of the Constitution gave us the tools to handle such an event. They did their job. Robert Mueller did his job. The question is, will we do ours?